Hey guys!
Hey.
Welcome. Episode 10!
That's what I was trying to do. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. I didn't have the rhythm. That's what I wanted to start it off with, and that was not my good one.
Guys, we are 10 episodes. It's our little it's our 10 anniversary.
Our 10 anniversary. That's so cute. I have to pull up a confetti sound on YouTube so that they really know that we're celebrating. We should have gotten cannons. Oh my gosh, this is so random, but I just saw a TikTok of this she's not a poor lady, but she was just this older lady. She had like a Taylor Swift fan account or something, and she had 10 followers, and she got like balloons, and she was so excited about her 10 followers.
That makes me want to cry. That is the sweetest thing. Getting balloons for your 10 followers. Honestly, I love it.
I know. And then, her daughter posted it, and she's like, why is my mom buying a 10 balloon? And then she like blew up though from that, and I was like, I'm literally obsessed. I love. Okay, confetti sound effect. Oh, that's an ad. No free ad. I'm turning that volume down. No free sponsorships. Got it. Oh, why was it so fast? 1 second. Wait, guys.
Oh my god. We waited all that. It's like only one. Like, it's so pathetic.
The video is 1 second long.
I know, but we have 10
So that doesn't
episodes.
really,
oh my gosh,
show
you know what else? We haven't even talked about the other listeners that we have all around the world.
So true.
Guys, we have a listener in Japan,
ATC fam is...
in the Netherlands, in Belgium. We're blowing up and it's insane.
We're blowing
Get on the
up.
ACT train now so you're not
You
a part of the
can
bandwagon. That you were there in the first
won.
10 episodes.
Oh my gosh, take a screenshot.
What an amazing opportunity for you.
You can DM it to us when we're really
like
famous.
yeah.
And then we'll be like, oh my gosh.
When we have 10 million followers, you'd be like, oh, I was there when they only had 10.
Exactly. And then we'll be like, oh my gosh, you were the OG.
OG
We're sending
ATC
you
fam.
merch. We're sending you free merch.
Because we're going to have merch.
Yeah, for 10 million followers, we're going to need some merch, Hannah.
Oh, yeah. I'm already on the hunt to make ATC merch from Amazon.
I love that.
Anyway, so because it's our 10th anniversary, everything about this episode is going to be 10 related.
Yeah, mostly our meat.
Mostly the meat.
Our high and low tides aren't really 10 related.
Mostly the tsunami of the episode, the meat. I want to have a water analogy for that, but I really
I
don't.
feel like tsunami's good, though. I like tsunami. Deep end.
Yeah, the deep dive. Into the dive.
I don't know, something like that.
But before we can do that,
yeah,
we don't have 10 high and low tides. We struggle getting one.
That's so true. Hannah over here like looking through our camera
what happened this week? I look back through my texts, through my pictures to try to remember.
And every time we say that we're gonna like start like
writing it down,
writing down like our notes. Never.
I create a mental note like, oh, low tide, and then is there any chance of me actually remembering that? Not one.
Yeah.
Not a one.
Not a one.
A 0.0001% chance isn't even in my cards of remembering that.
Yep. What's that for us?
So my high tide, let me remember, is oh my gosh, my trip is fully funded for Ireland. It has been a journey. Well, technically not fully funded. Technically, I'm $45 short.
$45. It's crazy.
I texted Viet and I was like, if I give this amount to you, how much will I have left over? All he did was just tell me what the total was again. So I did the math on my own and I was like, okay, $45. Cool. I think I can make that. I think I can do it. If I just don't go to the blend for a couple days, I got it.
You got it.
But no, it's basically fully funded. Thank you to everybody that has been so incredibly supportive in helping us get there. Vlad is also soon going to be fully funded, mostly because like he is getting reimbursed from, so like he had paid this amount of money to go on this training, but like when you pay for like the training, like they get refunded for it, so he's putting that whole refund towards his trip and help with that. But yeah, so that is just a huge relief. Weight lifted. It's been like, I was afraid there for a minute that it wasn't going to happen, but I've just been like trying to speak in the power of like, oh no, I am already fully funded even if I wasn't, like kind of speaking it and just kind of giving it in God's hands. And it's so many people have come through for us. It's insane.
That's awesome.
And I'm just really, really
that's so cool.
Bottom of my heart grateful that that is done. And also, guys, the school year is almost over.
Whoop, whoop.
I
Do
think
we
by
get the
the
confetti
time-
out again? That 1 second video.
I'm trying to think by the time it'll be like mid-May when this drops. I mean, I'm going to be like, what, like 2 weeks out?
That's so exciting. Oh, yeah, this is going to be
I'm crawling to the end, you guys.
our May, 2nd May week.
Yeah, second week of May.
I'll be done too.
I'll be done.
I should be done with my associates by the time this comes out.
Go you. I'm ready for summer, you guys. Summer. I'm very much ready for it.
Yeah.
So those are some high tides.
High tides. I love that so much. My high tide is... I don't know why. In my mind, I always correlate my high and low tides. Like, they're just...
I love that,
the
though.
same
We love a
thing.
coordinated queen.
I guess.
Just like your outfits.
I try. But, I don't know. I just realized because that was our last episode, too. They were, like, about the same thing. But, no, my high tide my high tide. Well, it was a low tide. I lost my ring. I lost this ring that I got from, my parents bought me and my sister matching ones. And it was cute because, like, I always wear silver and she always wears gold. So it's, like, the same thing, but I have in silver and I have gold.
Yeah,
she
you
never
are
wears
silver.
it, but that's
real.
besides the point. You'll know why she never wears it because I'm going to get into that later. But anywho, so I wear it every day. I love it because it's one of those, like, it doesn't turn your finger green. Like, it's like one of those adjustable. So if my hand's a little swollen, you know, I can, like, stretch it. Anyway, I think she's cute. I like her. And I like rings of sentiment because literally none of my other ones do. And they're all just from, like, Amazon. So that one's actually personal. But then, of course, the one that actually has any sort of sentimental value, I lose. And I don't know, I think I was just going crazy. It was one night, like, after pickleball, I was really late, and I was taking my rings off, and I, like, put them on, like, this, like, dresser thing, and I thought I dropped it, and I was going crazy. I was, like, looking in, like, my shoes. Like, that's the point I was at. I was, like, did it somehow, like, fall in my shoe? I was, like, I'm going insane, and I didn't have it for the longest time. I couldn't find where it was, and I just gave up, and I was, like, rip. Told everyone, like, sorry, guys, I lost it. Oh, well. And then, at pickleball, what was I doing? Oh, I was initialing all my balls. Shout out to Mel. She let me use her Sharpie because I just always lose them because I've never put, like, anything on there. So I was initialing all my pickleballs, and I had to take them all out of my bag. And at the bottom of my pickleball bag,
Was your ring?
It was my ring.
Aww.
And that was such a high tide. And I was like, oh, I found it, and it was so lovely. But I also don't know how it got there. I literally thought I lost it in my room. So the fact that it was in the bottom of my pickleball bag, was pretty crazy. I think I just didn't notice it until it was, like, I was at home and I was out pickleballing all night, so my brain wasn't all there, you know? But yeah, I found my ring.
I love those moments.
Such, like, because I just accepted that it was gone forever. Yeah. So it was like,
like finding money in your jean pockets.
No, it was actually the best ever. So, and here she is. She's back on my finger.
So pretty.
Thank you. So, that's a high tide.
My low tide is really dumb because I'm dumb. You see this mark on my arm?
I do.
Yeah, okay. It hurts. I was lighting the candles in my home, and I was using one of, like, the really long lighters, you know, like grill starter kind of lighters, whatever. Because trying to light candles with the really tiny ones is just, sometimes you get burnt, and I just like the big ones. I think they're better. Anyway, so I had just, like, lit the candles, and it was, like, going for a while. I'd lit, like, 3 different candles because I love candles. And so the lighter was hot, and I'm just, like, waving the lighter around and right on my wrist. Because I'm dumb.
Hey.
Because I'm literally just not...
Maybe I'm not picturing the right lighter. Like, not...
The long ones.
Really? It did that?
Yeah. It, like, the tip of the...
Oh, I guess if it was, like, the source of the fire.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, because the metal had just gotten so hot. So, like, the circle at the top, like, left a little ring around. And it was, like, fully bubbled up and blistered. It was bad. I'm definitely going to have a scar now. I'm going to have to come up with a more creative story as to how I got it instead of me literally just nonchalantly putting a lighter on myself on accident and burning myself.
That's crazy.
And
you pretend you're like a warrior that had to get branded for something, you know? And that's what
Vlad recently told me, this is so random, he all of a sudden saw this video of a girl on TikTok taking her man's arm and showing off this tattoo that he has of her as a Valkyrie, like a warrior woman, right? And it was like, because he has a full sleeve, and Vlad is like, that's really cool. He was like, I want to get you tattooed as a Valkyrie on my arm. And I was like, this is coming from the guy that, like, has never been a tattoo guy.
Yeah.
Like, has never shown any interest in tattoos. And I'm like, you want a full sleeve of my face as a Valkyrie warrior on your arm. Number one,
so funny.
I'm so flattered.
I know. What an honor.
And the tattoo does look cool. Like, I think he was like, I think that would look sick to have your face like as that Valkyrie. That would look so gruel. That would look so cool. And I was like, go for it. Like,
yeah,
I mean for
it's your
sure.
arm. Yeah.
He was like, those are expensive though. I was like, that's very expensive, and it also will take more than one session, but I'm totally supportive.
Yeah.
I was
please.
like, what a show of commitment, like
No.
getting my face on your arm.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I think he should do it.
I think he should too.
Do another GoFundMe so that he can get a Valkyrie.
My
Hannah
Hannah Valkyrie tattoo.
That's funny. I would support. So your low tide braid. That's actually horrible. I'm so sorry. My low tide. Again, like I was saying, I correlate them. So it was originally me just talking about why my sister doesn't wear this. This ring, it like gets caught on a lot of stuff. So it's like, to describe it to the listeners, it's like almost like a leaf.
It's like
pattern,
a vine.
like a vine. And so it has like the leaves, and like the leaf little things can get snagged on a bunch of stuff. And so that happens a lot, especially if you wear sweaters and whatnot. So my sister's like, I don't even want to mess with that. She doesn't wear it. And then I was like, I can deal with a couple snags, I'll wear it. But recently, as I was trying to figure out my high and low tide, I was looking through my Snapchat memories, and I rubbed my nose. I guess I do that a lot. And it literally cut me. It cut the inside of my nose, and my nose was bleeding. It literally is a weapon. And that was so scary. Anywho, that was just random. So I'm literally in the car, and I like touch my nose again, and I'm like bleeding. I'm like, what the heck? My ring like just made me bleed. Anywho, talking about bleeding again, I wanted to, I think was it the night that I found my ring? Maybe there's a high and low tides of both of those nights. But a pickleball, like kind of when it was being served, whatever, it hit like the top knuckle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to really describe visuals here, guys.
Because sometimes you'll do like motions, and I'm like, Mia, they can't see.
I know, like I just want visuals. But yeah, so like the top knuckle of my middle finger, it scraped, and it wasn't that bad, but it started bleeding a lot. I was being called dramatic by people on the courts, but no, I was
that's
not
real.
dramatic. I was bleeding. I was like, do you want blood on your ball? I don't think so. I was having my little first aid kit. I put a Band-Aid on, and I was chilling. It actually wasn't that bad. But my low tide about that is not only did it first of all cut or whatever, but I reopened it, like that's like on your
remember
finger.
that.
Yeah, it's just such like a, like I was constantly just like hitting it on things, and then it would reopen and bleed again, and I'm like, I hated it so much. But I did get to be over dramatic a little bit. Like the first time I wasn't dramatic, but like after that, every time it opened, I was like, guys,
the last time we played
bleeding.
pickleball together was a low tide.
Oh my gosh.
I think we talked about talking about it.
No, literally, that was just,
Guys, we played so bad.
I played so bad.
Okay, but there was the people on the court that were, I was not, guys, listen, I'm a very competitive person, and I normally, when it comes to pickleball, can like have a good attitude, and just as long as I'm having fun,
right,
like, and I'm with the right people, unless I'm playing with Vlad, because then we're both too competitive together. But I was not having a good time, and I was getting angry at myself for my performance, and angry at the people that we were being forced to play with that were not being very nice.
Yeah, and then
no one from our group. I'm not trying to start any drama. Other random people at the courts that think that they are better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that I hate. Oh wait, we haven't even. Yeah, I don't even know what the title of the episode is going to be, if they know what we're talking.
You'll get later. But no, another
yeah,
low point is not only the people that we played against, but the people that refused to play against us.
Oh, guys, when I tell, and it happened twice. There were these two people. They saw that they were going to play with us, and I'm not kidding you. They turned around and put their paddles back in the paddle rotation. One of the guys physically left the court. Like they straight up
It was funny. We literally went to the court and we're like, all right, let's play. And they just sat down. And we were like, are they playing?
We were like,
and then once we actually find new partners, they left and like put them back on the
pad. Like they straight up.
Okay, cool. So you just really did not want to play against us, which honestly fair because we were playing so bad. But
it was rude.
That was worse too though, because I wanted to prove to them that we were like so good. You know,
and
like I was like, you don't want to play
bad.
against us? Well, we're freaking amazing. You should have played against. Anyhow.
It was not. I was not having a good time. There were some mean people. Also, another little low tide that I'm adding in there.
We're having a lot of low tides this
Sorry.
episode. It's episode 10, so maybe you said that we could make up at 10 high and low tides. Maybe we are
Maybe
right
we
now.
are. My other low tide is the difference in me and Mia's attire right now.
That's so funny.
Okay, so Mia came over. Now, keep in mind, we were recording this. I had just finished up at the gym,
Yeah.
tired and sore. And Mia came over to my house, and she is dressed so dang fashionable and so cute, and has her jewelry on, and her hair is done in beach waves, and she's got these cool lightning-esque Vans on, and such a stylish queen. You guys, let me explain to you my outfit. Let me explain to you my outfit right now.
I love Hannah's fit right now. I am obsessed, actually. I would switch in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I love it.
I am wearing a shirt that I got from Shein that has a melted smiley face on it.
Love.
I was wearing a hoodie when she first came over, and then I am wearing pickle Christmas pants. It says has a delightful holiday
That's hilarious.
in
That's
the middle of
gold.
April.
That's comedic gold.
And
That's a high tide for me.
It's a low tide for me. Thank
High
goodness
tide is
this
the
podcast
gators.
doesn't have visual or video. Am I right?
Am I right? Or am I right?
All right, man. Will
That's
you
so
get
funny.
us into our mana?
I would love to. So, it's actually so funny. I don't know if you guys remember last episode. If not, just re-listen to it because why not? But we talked about kind of the gifts, Romans 12:6-8. We're just going to go with the next verse, actually. Romans 12:9. It's a different section of what Paul's talking about in this letter here, but it is some good stuff. So it says, love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. So like we were talking about before, I don't know if you guys clicked on, we don't know what the episode title is going to be yet, but pretty much what we're going to talk about this episode is just kind of things that we hate and things that we love. And with that whole idea, relating that to kind of our walk with God, a big part of when you're walking with God and being a Christian is hating what God hates and loving what God loves,
Yeah.
as hard as that may be, you know. Our flesh is definitely going to try to contradict that idea, but Paul's talking about hate what is evil, cling to what is good, and God is
Yes.
good. So it's that whole idea. You have to remove yourself to things that God and I love how clear he is. In the Bible, you learn very quickly things that he is not fond of.
Yes.
And that's what you have to kind of remove yourself from. And that's the key to
Yeah. And
walking.
you
I
can't
feel like
have
we make it very complicated sometimes. So it's
Yeah.
really if you know what God doesn't like, don't even associate
you
yourself
can't have
with
your
it.
foot in both the boat of culture and God.
Yeah.
You know, it really is one or the other. And also it kind of ties in with the verse that talks about if you claim to love God but you hate your brother or sister, you're a liar.
No, literally,
it's crazy.
You
You have to love others. You have to love one another as
and even if it's hard for you, that's what it's all about. You have to strive to become
doesn't
more
say you have to
and more
like
God.
them. But you have to
so
love
true.
them with the love of Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's, that can be a whole other
Yeah, because if you think
conversation.
about what does
but-
God love more, that is constantly represented in the Bible is people. Jesus was the perfect representation, literally, of Christ,
and it is
you know?
sacrificial.
Yeah, and he loved people sacrificially. That was his
Yep.
whole heart, constantly.
Yep.
And so that's what we're called to do too, is to love people,
Yep.
to love
what
God
love
and love people,
and
That's
hate
the
what
two.
God hates, which is Satan and things that are evil. Speaking of things that are evil, we're going to get into, guys, because it's our 10th anniversary.
Our 10th anniversary.
We're going to talk about the 10 things that we hate and the 10
10
things that we
love.
love. Now, we're not doing 10 each. We'd be here all night.
Yeah, we feel very passionate.
I have a lot of strong opinions to a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're doing 5 each. So,
So
5
5
hate for me, 5 hate for Mia,
So that's
5
10,
love.
and then 5 love, 10 for our 10th
Math.
anniversary.
Yes.
And that makes 20.
It reminds me of the song, when we post this, the 10 things I hate about
About
you.
you.
You're insecure. You like me. Or is
You
that
like her.
7?
Make you.
There is
7
another.
things I hate about you.
There is a
It
one
might be
that's about 10
7.
though.
There's
I
a whole
think.
movie called 10 Things I Hate About You.
That's what it. Yeah. Okay.
And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. 10 is a very beloved
10,
movie.
10 is a thing. 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments.
The 10 plagues, I think. I think it was.
Funny.
I think it was 10.
It's 7 things about you.
7
Miley
things.
Cyrus.
But there's another song that talks about, I think it's 10 things. Because it's the one where it's it's a very similar song. I don't know how she got away with it. One, you're selfish, two, you're... You know what I'm saying? Yes. The dumbest guy
I think she
dated.
copied Miley. That's like a recent song.
Yeah. I'm almost positive, though,
10
that that's
things?
10.
Guys, I'm like trying to look this up last week because I actually really want to know.
It's
10
gonna bother
things,
me.
10 Things song. I'm gonna look up that.
You're selfish.
The movie
Yeah,
just
it goes
keeps coming up.
10, you're selfish.
Oh,
9,
yeah,
you're
Leah Kate, 10
jaded.
Things I Hate About You.
Yes. 8, the dumbest guy I dated. Yeah.
No.
It is 10. Okay.
Facts.
Real.
Glad we got that figured out. Phew.
Oh, I just hit my knee. That's something I hate. So to start, I feel like we should go back and forth with our hate, and then we'll end on the love because we want to end on a good note.
Happiness.
So I'll talk about the first thing that I hate. We can give ourselves like a little spiel of why we hate that thing. Mm-hmm. Don't go into it too deep. These are podcast episode ideas.
I know, we could have a podcast episode on each
I'm on
thing.
each. Well,
Maybe not.
maybe not each one.
Mine are get a little niche.
Yeah, they're a little specific. I feel like some of them are also like maybe not hate, but some of them are also icks.
Yeah.
You
Like
know what I mean?
icky.
Like
yeah.
they make me feel like, you know, and then other ones fill me with rage. So
Yeah. But also we wanted to make it that it wasn't like obvious things. Because like I was even talking about like nails on a chalkboard. Who actually doesn't hate
like,
that?
yeah,
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So also they're like
Wanna
more
make it-
specific.
The fours wanted to make it unique.
The fours, exactly.
So, shocker. The first thing I hate specifically, and I want to make this distinction because I was afraid when I was re-listening to some of our episodes that people might get my point confused. I hate competitive bodybuilding. Really? I do not hate bodybuilding in the sense of doing isolated movements to target and isolate those muscles.
Okay, real.
Okay, like bicep curls and Bulgarian split squats and all those things. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the working out part. I'm talking about the competitive aspect of bodybuilding. This has to be a whole episode, so I cannot, because I cannot fit my level of hatred for it all in this like 30-second spiel. Mm-hmm. But borderline, the reason why I hate it is because it is society accepted eating disorders. They are putting on a show that is solely based on what you look like and has nothing to do about your actual performance or the things that you can actually achieve and do besides an extremely unhealthy physique, especially for women. But because it's in the realm of fitness, people immediately assume that you're healthy because you work out, and you are not. The horror stories that I have heard and seen from bodybuilding shows are not for the light of heart. You are extremely restricting yourself, especially for women, getting to such a low body fat percentage when men can get to a lower body fat percentage and still remain healthy. Women, not the same story. We are designed to have and hold more fat on our bodies in order to prepare us and keep us healthy to have kids. Mm-hmm. That is how God designed us. And they are putting themselves at such a low body where you lose your cycle. You are completely messing with your hormones and throwing your body completely out of whack. All to dance around in a bikini on a stage to get judged by people based on the way you look. Quite literally everything I hate wrapped up into one ugly bow. And what else is crazy is that, like, you know, you have a season where you're cutting and you're eating extremely restricted amounts of calories, doing high amounts of cardio on that, you know, while you're eating very little. But then you go right into the reverse where they're seriously bulking to really put on that muscle. So you're really throwing your body through a loop in a roller coaster. And it's just severely unhealthy. And then seeing them post, oh, I can finally eat a burger now that I've done competing. It's just, if you didn't start with an eating disorder, you end with one by the time you're done with that competition. And I hate it. So there we go. Started off strong.
From the enemy
itself. Bodybuilding. Satan is your judge.
That cracks me up. Okay, so first thing I hate, I feel very passionately about because this was recent. I was going shopping and I found these pants and
Yours is just so drastically different from mine.
No, I feel like none of ours are actually similar at all. I'm not even transitioning. I'm just gonna go right into it. So I was looking at these pants. They were white, and I have a burning hatred towards just white clothes that are see-through. Because
so
first of all,
real.
what's
the point?
What are you giving me? You're just giving me like a freaking sheet to like what? That bothers
Bro,
me
my
so
bed
much.
sheets have more
That's what I'm
opaqueness.
saying. Bro, No, literally. Like, I'm being so serious. Why are you slacking on the fabric?
And like, I
Why
love the look of like white jeans and white shorts, and you can't wear them
I cannot tell you how many things I bought, like especially online. Oh my gosh, I have like this one white long sleeve shirt that I literally wore because I don't have any like white clothes because they all are see-through.
Yep.
And no, it was freaking see-through when I got it, and that made me really angry.
I just got this cute wrap dress from Target, and they had a white one, and I wanted the white one, but I put my hand under it, and I could see it. I could see my hand. I'm like, you're gonna see.
But I don't understand who's buying them because what are you wearing underneath? Is there some secret trick? Do
They're
you guys
probably
have like
wearing
bodysuits?
like, I mean, there are like Skims.
Yeah.
But I don't
link.
want to wear that. Like, I don't want to have to wear that.
No, I agree.
To not like see everything that's going on.
No, it's horrible. And I literally, because my mom knew how horrible of an issue this was for me. She got me like this pack of tank tops. I'm actually wearing one of them, but one of them was white, and it came with like kind of like a underneath thing, so then it wasn't as see through, but it only covers half.
Right.
So still half of it's see through.
It's so frustrating.
I was so angry.
You definitely can't get a white bathing suit.
No.
Because you go in the water and it's a show.
Show everybody everything. Anyway, that is like actually so.
No, that's really frustrating.
So like white t-shirts. I just ordered a white t-shirt and it's see-through.
You have to wear something underneath it. That pisses me off. Yeah, no, that's really annoying.
Like, what are you doing? What are you there for?
Yeah, no, I hate that.
Why am I paying $20
Especially, like,
for
again, the look of, like, white
napkin.
shorts and white jeans. I love that look.
Yeah.
And I'm so afraid to do it because I feel like I'm going to be that chump that is wearing something see-through that doesn't realize it.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine? Like, that's so embarrassing. No, that's a very valid hate.
I hate it so much. That's from the enemy himself.
My number... white clothes.
White clothes. That are see-through specifically.
My number 2 is Planet Fitness.
This ties in so well with our the Why CrossFit episode.
It really does. One of my favorite episodes ever. Here is my... I'm going to try to keep it under a minute. Why I hate... Okay. I got to keep my rage under control.
The volume on this is going to be like a headphone
It's
warning.
Yeah, I'm sorry to my headphone users. Why I hate Planet Fitness, because again, this could also be a whole other episode, which maybe it will be in the future. Why I hate Planet Fitness. Number 1, they claim to be the judgmental free zone when in reality they are the most judgmental gym. They have this thing called the lunk alarm.
The lunk alarm.
The lunk alarm. And it makes me infuriated.
You know, like their definition of a lunk too, where it's like if you wear muscle tees and you drink water out of a jug.
It's so judgmental. It's such a, like, if you wear tank tops and drink water out of a jug, like, okay, so you're judging someone solely based off of the way that they look. And then if you are, I'm getting angry. If you are someone that is genuinely like really strong and you want to go work out on Planet Fitness, good luck. Because if you lift really heavy weights, which I don't know if the owners or the trainers that work at Planet Fitness have ever lifted a really heavy weight in their life, because they just want you to do it this so gracefully and just gently put it down. Now, I agree that you need to have control of what you're doing. However, if you're lifting something really heavy, you might grunt a little bit because it's heavy, because you're pushing yourself. Are some people excessive with it for attention? For sure. That's not what I'm talking about though. But if you like, or you're doing a burnout, so you're trying to go for a PR and that weight might go like be re-racked a little bit loudly. You might not fully drop it, but like drop it maybe a little bit. And lunk alarm, and you're kicked out. What is the point? My other beef is like they do not want people to get strong. I 100% believe that. 90% of that gym is cardio machines. And I'm not hating on cardio. No, I do CrossFit. So I do cardio every single day. Okay? I'm not hating on that. But they don't support an environment of strength. They took out all of the squat racks. They don't have a single squat rack. They have Smith machines, and I hate Smith machines.
Really?
I don't like them. It's not a natural bar path. You cannot do movements with it naturally. Like when you're trying to squat with a Smith machine, it's weird. The only things I feel like you can do well on a Smith machine is like bench press, maybe a strict press, and then like some, if you were to do it with like a Bulgarian split squat, like a lunge type of thing. Right. But like the bar going straight up and down like that, it's not, and it's easier. Like I feel like, again, I get it for the purpose of beginners, but I feel like as you progress, like you should be able to move a bar on your own. And you literally cannot have really great squat form with a Smith machine because it's not natural the way that it moves.
It's completely
like I get it
vertical.
safer again, maybe for older people, for newer people in the gym.
But they could definitely have both options.
You should have both options
Yeah.
for sure. Like there's definitely things that Smith machines can be used good for, but it should not be the only thing. And they had squat racks and then they took them out.
Right.
And 90% of it is cardio machines.
Right.
And then the whole pizza on Fridays is just weird to me. It's
That's
just
so
weird. And they're so judgmental. And like and then like on top of it, they're like, you can't, like basically they don't want you to look like you work out, and they don't want you to know what you're doing because then you're going to intimidate the other people around you, and you're going to make them feel bad about themselves. They literally had said this, like, girls can't wear sports bras because that might make someone else feel bad about themselves. That sounds like a them problem.
That's facts.
Let me get on a real note.
Yeah.
If I see another girl with an amazing physique because she's worked really hard, and I feel insecure, she's the problem.
Yeah, like
She's
she
not the
has to
problem.
change, yeah.
And I understand decency. I'm not talking about having your cheeks and your cracks out and whatever like that. But like, and the fact that like muscle tanks, you can't wear a tank top. We live in Florida. You can't wear a tank top
Yeah. That's
because
so true.
like, well, we don't want other people to feel insecure. Grow up. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like their target audience is strictly for like
Beginners or elders.
that have no idea what they're doing.
They have no idea, and they want you to stay that way.
Because that's where I was. I was in Planet
Yeah.
Fitness. I only went there.
I
'cause
was there too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the cheapest and it's the
It's
most
cheap.
common. Like you see them everywhere.
Yep.
It's just when you think of gym, like it's easy to be like,
Yep.
oh,
And I get it. I had a Planet
Let's
Fitness
go there.
membership when I was in high school because it was right down the street from my school, and it was cheap.
convenient.
It
It's
was
very
convenient.
convenient.
It's
Yeah.
open 24 hours. It's
Yeah.
$10 a month.
they get you there.
I totally get that aspect. And again, if
Right.
that is the only gym you have in your area, doing something is better than nothing. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. I'm just saying that if you have the option, don't choose. Crunch is amazing. Amped is amazing. Like there are eSportas, I think, are now around too that are cheaper membership. If you have the option. If you don't, I'm really sorry, and you're gonna have to suffer through it.
You're gonna have to suffer.
Yeah, they want beginners or elders, and they don't want you to get really advanced. And you know what? You can't because they don't have free weights there. It only goes so heavy. Like, I'm just... I'm done. I'm sorry.
Not a Planet Fitness lover.
I am not.
Okay, real. I see their shirts in thrift stores all the time.
That's because people go there for 1 week and then they quit.
All right, I'm gonna make sure not to get you one. Can you imagine? What would
That
you do if I gifted you a Planet
Burn
Fitness
it.
shirt? Burn it. Let's have a whole
Burn it.
ritual where we just
I would.
all talk about how we hate Planet Fitness.
The
It's so
downfall
funny.
of Planet Fitness.
Downfall.
Anyway, sorry if I offended any of you, but actually I'm not because I stand firm on my opinions.
Actually, it sounds like a you problem.
It sounds
You're
like a you
offended by it.
problem.
That's really funny. Mine is kind of my next hatred is more of just like a personal, like I want to die.
Oh, right,
you know? And it is really, it's the whole concept of like just hair getting greasy and like mine especially. Okay. Actually, let me restart because you know when you're growing up, like as a kid, you just wash your hair like every day. That's just like a thing. You take a shower, wash your hair, and then like the more you get older, and like I was more interested in my hair and like how to take care of it and stuff. Everyone's like, oh, don't like washing your hair every day is really bad for you, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, whatever. Cool, but then if you don't wash your hair, it gets oily, greasy, dirty, and then but they're like, okay, just train your hair. That I literally
To not
still
get greasy?
don't comprehend. Yeah, they say just if you don't wash it enough, like your hair will just learn to like. I literally still don't understand the concept of it, but for the longest time, I was like, oh, I got
Can't
to
you
train
just
my
use
hair.
dry shampoo?
Bro, I literally.
I don't know anything about like straight hair problems.
I was gonna say, yeah,
because
it's
like
definitely-
curly hair is notoriously frizzy and dry, so we need the moisture.
Right, no. Yeah, dry shampoo is an option. But it's just the whole concept where they're like, yeah, just keep using that instead of like washing your hair. And then when I fell into that, like, oh, I have to train my hair. And then I was like having to actually figure out when I have to wash my hair. And then I wouldn't, what I hated was when I was going through that phase where like figuring out my hair, didn't want it to get greasy, whatever, when I washed it. Then I wasn't going into like the pool and stuff because like, oh, I'm training my hair and I can't wash it sort of thing. Like I was missing out on like getting sweaty because I didn't want to wash my hair. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Missing out
Living
on things
your life because of your hair
you want to
schedule.
do like what? Yeah, no, that I fell into that for a while and it makes me nauseous.
That's real.
But yeah, just the whole. So anywho, now I just wash my hair whenever it's dirty. If it lasts longer than I'd like, that's great. But also, it doesn't, and my hair gets greasy all the time. And I hate that. Honestly, my self-confidence plummets if my hair is greasy. That's like the one thing like where I cannot like.
See, I struggle with that because like curly hair is also very specific, and you have to have like a pretty strict hair care routine and wash.
That is true.
Wash routine, and for me, I work out every single day.
That
but it's also like I maybe wash my hair like 3 times a week. But the problem with curly hair and what I envy of people with straight hair is like once my hair goes up, it's up until the next wash day.
Yeah.
The curls don't like you. I can't put my hair up and then come back down.
Curls,
I can't brush it out. I can't restyle. Like you have to fully get your hair fully wet again and restyle it, and then wait for the dry time, which is just a whole process. Yeah. Now on the flip side, thank goodness I prefer myself with my hair up than my hair down. But like if I know I'm going out or I'm doing something like a nice event and I want to have my hair down, I have to make sure it lines up with my wash cycle. Because
so I hate just wash cycles.
My hair goes up every single day with the gym.
The concept of it,
So it literally, if my hair's down, it's gonna last for that day because the next day it's a bust.
Yeah.
So
I hate that very much, and
that's
I hate hair. I've talked about going bald so many times.
Honestly, I've thought about it and then just wearing wigs.
Bro, that'd be
because you can just have whatever hair you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's expensive, but if you just get like one good wig that can like be your everyday wig. I support that.
Imagine just like not having to wash your hair.
That's so nice.
Even when I'm like horrible, even when I don't want to wash my hair and I'm like showering and stuff, I'll put it up because I don't want to wash it, and it still gets wet.
Guys with their short hair, man. I mean, I know
it stresses me out.
Girls with their short hair that works out too, but I just feel like if you can rock the short hair, look like you're so blessed.
Oh, I know. It's so true. Like if you have like that facial structure for the short hair.
Yeah, like the little pixies are so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not for me.
No, same.
Anyway. My third hate, I'm kind of changing the language of what I put on original outline, but I hate the fear around carbs within the nutrition fitness realm. Because that goes into when there was this really big fad with the keto diet, which I have strong negative feelings towards the keto diet. Do you know anything about keto?
Kind of. Okay. Isn't it like where you avoid all carbs?
Almost.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that people don't understand about keto. Keto has a purpose. Its original purpose was for people with epilepsy.
Really?
Yes. It is beneficial for people with epilepsy. Not the normal person. Not the normal average human. Right. Okay? Because yes, it highly, highly, highly restricts carbs, like to an extreme amount, almost next to nothing. And you are eating an extreme amount of fat. Like a lot of fat and then high protein. And this became very popular because we have now been growing up in a society from, if you watch any of the early, this goes right in with our last episode, or not last episode, 2 episodes ago, of the early 2000s movies, the way that they talk about carbs. You see it in here all the time. Oh, well, that's a lot of carbs. You don't want to eat that many carbs. Oh, I'm cutting out carbs. I'm watching my carbs. It's never, oh, I'm increasing my protein. Oh, I'm eating a healthy amount of fat today. No, it's only ever around carbs, and they have been demonized because a lot of the things that I would consider unhealthy do have a lot of carbs in them, but people don't there's 2 different types of carbs. There's simple and complex carbs, and your body requires, it is a macronutrient. Your body requires carbohydrates. That is where you get your energy from. Okay, so yes, you can have an unhealthy amount of carbs from nothing but candy bars, okay, but you also can be eating sweet potatoes and rice. And also, it's so funny to me, I've literally heard people say this, yeah, I'm not eating any carbs, just fruits and vegetables. Those are both carbs.
Yeah, but
I'm like, you thinking about what you're saying? Fruits are carbs. Yeah. Vegetables are carbs. Are they as carbohydrate dense as a candy bar? No, and they're more nutritional. They have more nutritional value, but it's just because people just don't know what they're talking about. Real. And so people stuck onto this keto diet, and I'm like, you know what? I'll let you know right now, you guys, it works. Keto works. If you do strict keto, you will lose weight, and you're going to lose it fast because you are cutting out an essential macronutrient that does have a higher caloric rate. Yeah. Okay, rice or whatever. However, let me know how long you do it.
Right.
If you can do strict keto for 1 month, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Because you are going to feel exhausted. You're going to feel like a zombie. You're not going to have any energy to work out. You're going to feel like a shell of a human being because you're cutting out all the good things in life. You're cutting out your carbohydrates. And you are not fueling your body properly at all. And then guess what? When you can't keep that up, because that's not realistic, it's not sustainable. So after a month, when you've lost a bunch of weight and you're thinking, wow, I'm really proud of myself, I lost weight, the moment you go back to eating like a normal human being, you're going to gain that weight right back, if not more so. And then you're going to feel guilty and shameful about yourself. And then you're going to go right back to keto. And that's when you see people doing the yo-yo dieting, where they lose a bunch of weight, they gain a bunch of weight, they lose a bunch of weight, they gain a bunch of weight. Instead of just having like
healthy lifestyle, sort of
slightly lower caloric intake and prioritizing your protein, but still eating a good amount of carbs from good whole food sources. And it just makes me very angry when I see, oh, keto worked. I'm like, I bet it does. But you can't sustain it because it's not meant for you. It's not meant for an average functioning human being who requires energy to survive. Especially if you are someone who is working out on a daily basis. Good luck. Literally not good for you.
Dang.
Hate it.
No, I know.
That's a hate.
That's a hate. What is it? The 10 things I hate about keto. Okay, my next one. Okay, this actually contradicts when I was like, these aren't things that everyone hates because everyone's gonna hate this, but I feel like I hate it more than the average person.
Okay.
Are hangnails.
That's so real.
Which also, this just came to mind. And what I also hate are ingrown nails.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever struggled with that. I have like an ingrown toenail that makes me literally contemplate death every single time it bothers me.
My grandma used to struggle with that.
Yeah. It's not fun. And then you go to the nail place and then they're like literally making you bleed. It's like, it's like cute. But no, hangnails in general, I get them quite a bit.
I get hangnails really bad on my fingers.
Yeah. And it's just like when it snags on things, like my ring.
And it also like it makes your hands look gross.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like you're bleeding and it's just nasty.
And then when I try to like cut it off, it doesn't, you can't really like get in there, get the root. Or if you try to like peel it off, then you're like peeling your entire and then finger off. It's really like a string, bro. You're down
all the way up to your shoulder.
Up your arm. You have like this hangnail string.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I actually hate them so very much.
Your hates are so funny.
I don't know, guys.
My last two are very
I'm
small.
Like literally I'm like looking at my hangnails right now, getting more rageful as we speak.
That's real.
And yeah, I don't know like the best way to even get them out, so I just kind of cry a little bit, or sometimes if I'm really frustrated I'll like actually like dig, and then I'm bleeding, and then life is just pain and I'm in pain and everything's sad and horrible. Real. So
my next one speaks for itself. I hate small talk. I hate it. I enjoy genuine, deep, meaningful conversations. I don't want to talk about the weather. I don't want to, like, especially when there are people, what drives me nuts is if you know what drives me crazy? You know what drives me nuts? Is when you run into people that, like, you haven't seen in a really long time.
Right.
You don't care about what's going on in their life. And let's be honest, they don't really actually care about what's going on in yours, but you feel the need to act and pretend like you do. I hate it. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Is it? Is it? Really? Oh my gosh, how is life? Good. Oh, I'm so glad it's good. Is it good?
It's just a little.
Do you care
fake.
that it's good? It's fake. I can't stand it. It's not genuine. I don't like things that are not genuine. Like, I would rather, I don't have anything mean to say to you. I don't want to be rude to you. If you say hi to me, I'll say hi back. But, like, I would rather just not interact. My mama taught me, you ain't got nothing nice to say, then you don't say nothing at all. So I would rather just, like, avoid the interaction. Altogether. Because I know that you don't actually care about what's going on. You feel forced to have that conversation.
I wish there was just, like, an unspoken rule. Like, if I haven't spoken to you, like, within, like, a month.
Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, let's
like,
just pretend.
Little head nod.
Yeah, a little
hey,
suck. Bye.
I acknowledge you. I hope
that.
you're doing good. And then I'm gonna dip because I just don't. I don't.
Awkwardness.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
They probably don't either, though.
They don't. No, that's the thing.
Like nobody's enjoying this right now.
So why do we do it? Like you don't. Like I'm not offended by the fact that you don't care about every update in my life. We're not friends.
Yeah.
We're not connected to each other. I guess. Oh my gosh, we're on the same page. I don't care about yours either. Let's just not talk. I wish you the best. I wish
you could just say that, like socially acceptable. Just be like, I really don't care. I know you don't care.
Can we not have this conversation? I really hope you're well.
Yeah.
Like, nice to see you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But you would be viewed as a really terrible person. Yeah. So can't do that. Yeah. I hate it. Yeah. On to the next.
On to the next. Okay, this one's really. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
This was really random, and this has been an actual issue from the moment I came out of the womb, I think. I don't know how to describe it, guys. It's like one of those things, like, you know, like I mentioned before, the nails on a chalkboard feeling.
Yes.
Like, you almost like that trypophobia.
Yes.
I doubt this actually has a name for it, but like when you like the holes and stuff, it just like makes you queasy, like whatever. Yeah. I feel this way about like, you know, straw wrappers when people crumple them up into like the tiny.
Yeah.
I literally.
Wait, is it the feeling or is it the sight?
Just the look of them. Touching them, I couldn't tell you. And then, so it started, so I don't love crumpled up pieces of paper in general. I don't know what it is. This is the most random thing about me.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate it. Like if I'm cleaning up a table and there's like crumpled up napkins, like that grosses me out more than like anything else.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning. Okay.
Yeah, learning about me, guys. And I want this to be known. It's not.
Is this trauma based? Did something happen?
Maybe my brain blocked out the trauma. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what could have possibly happened.
I really, really, really don't know. But it is kind of embarrassing. But I also want people to know because I hate like that whole thing of like when you throw. Okay, Hannah. Sorry, I just thought of like a spitball is like actually my worst nightmare. Like if I could think of like hell, that's what it's being surrounded by, like spitballs. Like that crumpled up air. Yeah. So anywho, my family has had to cater this for me. Like if we're out to eat, if someone like crumples up, like I have to like hide it. Like it will like ruin my appetite.
So what do?
I just leave it. I just flatten it out and I leave it. Like I don't crumple it up.
You've never crumpled up a
I
piece
folded
of paper?
No, I like fold it. I don't crumple, I fold. I don't know what it is. My sister, I think it's helped out because because I've always been so anal about it, she's learned how to like fold it in fun shapes and stuff instead. She's made like ties for her drinks and stuff. Thing? I don't know. But I don't like it. That's random.
I love how unique that is though.
It's the four in me. I like that it's unique. If anyone comes out and says that they also don't like them, I'm going to fight you because I'm the only one that's not allowed to like no. But yeah, I hate crumpled up. Like I don't know what it is. That's mostly all crumpled up piece of paper aren't my favorite. Especially the tighter the crumple, the worse it is.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe would have made it better.
No. Okay. Like the looser of a crumple it is, the better. Like if there's like an edge to like grab.
I'm gonna need to be very. I don't want to trigger you, so I need to.
I've gotten good at it. I don't at restaurants and stuff. Like I will literally like just put my drink like in front of it. Like I try to be like so.
You really can't even. I
can't. The straw wrappers, I can deal with like crumpled up piece of paper, like if it's a napkin and stuff. Like I don't love it, but it's fine. But if it's the specific, I think it's because it's so tiny, and I don't know what it is, and I can't look at it.
All right.
So.
My last one is more pet peeves when it comes to certain, like, with clothing. For example...
Beyond the white
with
thing. The white...
Yes, with the gym...
issue. White clothes issue.
And gym clothes. Why are companies still making leggings and shorts with a middle seam for us girls?
I struggle with that all the time.
I don't understand what the purpose is. You're literally setting us up for failure. What am I supposed to do with that? Because you know what's going to happen when you wear something with a middle seam. It probably was made by men. You know what's going to happen when you wear something with a middle seam, and you know that it's going to happen, and you're going to feel embarrassed about it, even though it's nothing that you can control. Mm-hmm. But it happens. And there are so many companies now, like Gymshark being another big one, they make, there's no middle seam. I feel so much more confident. I'm not constantly worried about that and what it looks like. Why are we still doing it?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of companies are starting to go the different route, but why are we still making shorts with middle seams?
That's so cool.
I really, what is the purpose? I feel like it's actually less work for the company to just, like, leave that out. Don't put a seam there.
Just, yeah.
And then this is a really weird one. This is a me thing. I see other people do it, and it doesn't bother me. This is something specifically when it's me. Like, you ever have those things? Like, yeah. If I'm wearing socks... Not like the socks that are meant to be seen, like tall socks, like, you know, like the Nike, like the mid-calf socks, those are fine. But for me, if I'm wearing low shoes...
Like ankle socks?
I cannot see my socks.
Interesting.
I cannot do it.
Okay.
I feel weird if you can see me. I see other people and I don't...
What kind of socks do you wear? Do you wear like the no-show?
I wear like the no-shows with everything. Girl. With everything. Now, I do have, like, some of these are, like my CrossFit socks, and I don't really see these with my shoes. Yeah. Because they're low enough. But, like, if I can see my socks, I'm not doing it.
Dang. Do you not get like, does it not like rub on your ankles?
It definitely does, and I live through it.
Oh, like it's worth it?
It's worth it for me.
Real.
I can't.
I mean, that's
so I see it on other people, and I don't think anything of it.
Right.
I don't think it's weird. I think I'm like, oh, they can rock it and they can look fine. I look weird. It's specifically for me. If I can see my socks,
I feel that way with a lot of things.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Like if other people do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Keep doing you. But if it's me,
I can't
crumble.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I can't do it. So
that's real.
That's all my hate. You have one more.
Oh, I do. Let's continue with the hate. Oh, okay. This in general, I really hate spoilers for things. When it comes to, just whether it's like a movie, TV show,
when people spoil it for you.
Sporting games, like, you know, like, the scores and stuff. Yeah, spoilers. It's really a struggle, especially like scrolling on TikTok and stuff. Like, it's almost impossible to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
For certain things, and just the whole concept of doing it. If something accidentally gets spoiled for me, I have grace. But if someone like blatantly like knows I haven't seen something, that
annoying.
Is so.
Like, you're a terrible person.
Yeah. Like,
why would you do that?
I have to take every ounce of forgiveness that I could ever possibly gather, to forgive you for, like, if I say I haven't seen anything, don't spoil it, and then you purposely, like, mention something.
That's
just
not
a different kind of evil. Like,
no, it is. It's nasty. I agree.
hate spoilers for things. I want to experience it for myself the first time.
I agree.
And they don't let me.
All right. We took a long time on this.
It's the 10th episode. It can be longer, guys. Buckle up. All right.
We're getting into our loves. I feel like, you know what's so sad is I don't feel like I have it like as many things to say of why I love something. I mean, I do, but I feel like I can go on a rant more with why I hate something more than why I love it. But love is just like,
you just,
I just love it.
Little hard eyes.
My number one, of course, you guys, besides the podcast.
Oh, and
love
the
ATC
Lord.
And the Lord. The Lord is number one.
Of course, number one. We wanted to preface.
Okay, we just want to preface that.
Obviously. And then the podcast.
But obviously.
This is just personal.
I love CrossFit.
Really?
Shocker. I know. I honestly thought about leaving it off my list, but then I thought that that's not Hannah coded, so I have to.
You have to stick with
because
Hannah.
You're not a CrossFitter if you don't constantly talk about it to the point where you annoy the other people around you.
Hey.
So I love CrossFit. Why, you ask? Well, let me repeat myself. So here's a recap. I love that it's community based. I love that even the elite athletes are friends, and the sportsmanship in the sport is unlike anything else that I've ever seen. Speaking of, this is very random. We've been talking about, because we would get together because I was like showing you new things. There are CrossFit documentaries that I want to watch with you that I actually think you'd really enjoy.
Oh, okay. Really?
And I show them to all of my friends, so it's kind of like a rite of passage.
Little initiation.
Yes.
Okay.
To be close to Hannah's, you have to watch these. Okay. But honestly, they're really, really cool. Anyway, so I love that. I love that it's constantly varied. I love that it's coach-led, class-based, which again kind of goes with the community. But every day is something new, and you never have, you never reach the limit of, oh, I have nothing to work on now. I have done all of the movements, and I am amazing at all of them.
No, there's always
you never reach that point. There's always a harder version of that movement or something new that is coming out that you can work on, and I love that.
Yay.
I love CrossFit.
I love that you love CrossFit.
Thank you.
And I love CrossFit too, but I feel like I haven't, gone into that next level of
You haven't fully drank the Kool-Aid yet, but
exactly.
You probably will.
Wink, wink. Okay, so first thing I love, speaking of like communities, well, I want to start. I love live sporting events.
So true.
I think they're so fun.
They are.
Like, I don't even honestly care what the sport is. Just being there, the whole environment. Speaking of which, the environment, one of my favorite things is like the whole idea. One of the best years of my life was the whole like Tampa Bay. When, we literally won the Super Bowl. We had a Stanley Cup.
The Stanley Cup I'm not mad about. I don't like Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I was going to say, can't relate. I was living life. The parades, the thing. And everyone's just getting together for the same thing. And it's so easy. You can talk to people because you're all literally cheering for the same thing. It just creates the community. Fun in the community. It's literally the community. And
always.
The environment and everyone. I love getting like dressed up for those events and wearing like a jersey and... just the whole spiel. All right, I love the people that go out with the makeup, and it actually brings me so very much joy. So that's something I love, is going to a sporting event with the fans. I love the community and the friends from it. I've literally followed people on Instagram from like sports and stuff, and like we've done the same thing. And then it's just so fun, and you're there cheering and getting cheering for the player. I just love it.
I love that.
I love it.
Number 2, I love pickleball.
Really?
Shocker.
It's not on my list, but you guys already know.
No,
actually,
you already know. You can kind of take it on with me.
Things.
I just love I love the community.
It's just that people in like
yes,
such an involvement in things.
I know I've had some negative things to say about other people, but not within our community that goes to pickleball. Really? Like we have our friends in our group, and I love getting to see them and hang out with them and play pickleball and listen to music and just like have a good time.
Real.
Even when you are playing awful, you can still have a good time when you're playing with the right people.
Emphasize right people.
But it's such a fun sport. It's so easy to get into. It's an awesome way to just get outside. Like I like that it's outside because I want more reasons to be outside and like, you know, like walking the dog, for example. But like I love just doing something that is active. I love being active, but I love that it's outside and you're in the fresh air, you're in the sunshine or whatever. Or playing till the lights turn off.
I love that it's free.
Oh,
once you get like obviously
after you buy your paddle and you have a ball,
I love
you're
because
good.
so many times you want to hang out with someone, you want to see people. Like I wouldn't have no reason to hang out with like all the people that we do. And the fact that you can go and it doesn't cost money and you don't have to like buy food.
And you know what though? There are even other people like where we have extra paddles. So if you don't even have a paddle, you can still come out and play.
It's so
because
true.
like, and you don't need to spend $200 on a really nice paddle. You can go to Target and get a $20 paddle and still go out and have a good time. And I've been whooped by people with a cheap paddle.
Oh, no, for sure.
Versus my nice expensive one. You know, like that doesn't necessarily make or break it. So it's not something like you can literally spend like $20 and then have that paddle to continue going out. And yeah, like when your friends want to go out for dinner, but you're like, oh, like I'm trying to save money, or like, you know, you have to pay for that event. Like
it's easy to pick up. You don't have to be like this overly athletic person.
No,
like we love pickleball.
So good.
Picklers for life.
Your turn.
My love. Oh, chocolate chip cookies are probably like my number one thing ever. I love chocolate chip cookies, and this honestly, I didn't make this my high tide, guys, because I decided all my high tides weren't going to be about food. But my mom made these bomb cookies yesterday. She like followed this recipe or something, and she used like dark chocolate chips.
I love dark chocolate.
I've eaten, I think, 7 since she made them.
That's not enough.
No, I know. And she was like, oh, who can we give them to? I'm like, no one.
They're mine.
They're mine. They're so good. I love, oh my gosh, warm chocolate chip cookies.
I like it when the edges are crispy, but the middle is gooey.
I want to cry thinking about them. I'm not going to lie. Like, especially my favorite, like, if they have, like, unpopular opinion, like the salt on the top.
I love the salt on the top.
Some people don't. Good. I love the salt. I love
not too much,
the
just
warmth.
Yes.
If I'm feeling crazy, like an ice cream scoop on a chocolate chip cookie. Now. All I've had today are chocolate chip cookies. I'm not even, like, I had that for breakfast, and we're getting lunch after this. I love chocolate chip
Do we need to make a stop to crumble? I think.
Bro, I don't know. Any chocolate chip cookies I absolutely adore and love. So, anyhow.
Another love is reading. Although I'm really sad. I have been in a slump, which makes me sad. I think once I'm done with the school year and I have more time and I'm in the summer, I'm hoping that like it'll spark back up. But I do love reading and getting lost in another world. It's very stress relieving. And it's so much fun to just
escape reality for a
you literally you get to escape. And
I feel that way with movies a lot. I went through a phase where I went to like the movie theaters like 3 times a week because it's just fun to like literally be involved in anything but what you're going through, you know?
No, and I've definitely noticed if I'm going through like more like stressful events, like sad note, but like moving right back. When my dog died earlier this year, the very, very beginning of the year, I was reading nonstop because it was like I'm an escape. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not whatever. And I think I'm just so busy with this school year and so many things that are happening right now.
For sure.
That like, you know, by the time like it's time to go to bed, I'm just like, I'm exhausted. I'm just trying to go to sleep. Yeah. But I think once the summer comes back, I'm going to be right back up into my reading groove and hopefully keep it that way. But I mean, everybody goes through slumps every now and again. It happens.
Right.
Also, kind of going into, I had to DNF Spanish Love Deception. I stopped reading it. I didn't finish it. I did not like it.
Dang.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. It felt really, really cheesy and kind of childish. I didn't love the language that was being used. And I was like, I don't have the time. There's so many books I want to read to continue reading a book that I just don't enjoy. So now I'm reading, it's a romantasy, so it's like romance, but it's like set in a fantasy world.
Right.
And it's based off of one of my favorite shows ever. This is Another Love, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you know anything about that show, there's a lot of people that ship Zuko and Katara together. I am not one of those people. However, I see where they're coming from.
vision.
Like, and I could see and enjoy some like fan fiction about it of them being shipped together. But this book, I saw it on TikTok, and the
Love TikTok.
what is the like the dedication or whatever says, for all of those that thought Zuko and Katara should be together, this book is for you. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and it's a really short book, so I'm already enjoying it more.
So is it about the characters or no? They're
No,
just saying,
she just made her own story.
Like, if you liked that,
very
you would like
loosely
this.
based off of
Understood.
off of Avatar.
Got it.
Like, the world is very similar, but it's still different. The names are different. The characters are different.
Got it.
But it's a very similar storyline, I guess.
Right.
And the inspiration was Zuko and Katara. So
No, that's real. That's
love
real.
that. Love reading.
Love. Okay, so my next love is kind of related to TikTok. Like I just said, I love TikTok, but it brings me so much warmth to my heart if someone sends me like a meme or a TikTok or anything online in general. Like the fact that anyone was scrolling through their phone and thought of
you.
something and then put in enough effort to do those 2 little clicks to
Yeah. That's so nice.
I will cry, actually.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
real.
is my love language. But it sucks, though, because I don't want to send things to many people. Not because I don't want to, but I just overthink everything that I send. I'm like, oh, they're going to think this is actually not funny. They're going to block me immediately. So I actually don't send. So I don't feel like people really know that. But
Or,
if
like, they feel weird because you don't reciprocate, so then they're like, maybe they don't want me to
Yeah,
send
but I
this.
will, like, react and, like, reply to everything you send me. But I just lack sending things. I also just, I don't know, I'm horrible at it, so
That's
I
real.
apologize to everyone that also loves this, but I like will literally like love you forever if you send me like a TikTok and I'm like
Noted.
Yeah, like,
No
that's-
crumpled up paper and send all
that's the way to my
memes.
heart. I love it.
And
It
chocolate chip
means-
cookies.
And chocolate chip cookies. That is me and a
Love.
little bow.
My next one is one of the reasons why my best friend hates me, but I love it, is I love white shoes. To the point where it is a problem. I love white shoes. I have an issue, like, I don't like to wear shoes that are not white. I like will only wear white shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know
Like
that's
it's
about you.
yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know what it is. I specifically like with the gym, I have to like my outfit, and I like to coordinate the colors. And for whatever reason, I don't like black shoes on me. I think I look weird in black shoes. Again, this is another
Interesting.
thing where like I see black shoes on other people
And it's fine.
and I'm like, I love
It's
it.
on
I
you.
hate it on me.
Interesting.
But I love white shoes. I feel like they make an outfit. I see white shoes on other people and I love it. I see white shoes on myself and I love it. I mean, right here alone you can see, and I even have other shoes that are slightly gray and I don't wear them
Wow.
because they're not white enough.
So do you struggle? Like, do you like wash your shoes? Like, do they have to be that
I do.
pure white?
They don't have to be pure white. No,
Yeah.
they don't. They just have to be mostly white. And I do wash them to try to keep up with the whiteness
Right,
of them.
because I always struggle with that. If I get white shoes,
Yeah.
they just get dirty so quick.
And I know, and people are like, oh, I don't know how you do that. And I'm like, I will literally would rather wear dirty white shoes than any other color
so
clean
funny.
shoes. I don't know.
That's
It's just
so
weird.
funny.
And I see it on other people and I wish that I could.
Yeah.
And I think like I could rock I think I'd like pink Converse. Like it's not, but white shoes are definitely my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely prefer white. Like if I'm going to have to choose a color shoe, it's going to be
So now
white.
you know, white shoes with no sock showing.
White
for
shoes with
Hannah.
no shocks. No socks.
No shocks.
Yep.
That's so funny. Okay, so my last one is it was actually my bio for a little bit on Instagram. It was literally like big fan of the sky, but I absolutely love like just the sky. I love sunsets, I love sunrises, I love clouds, I love stars,
that.
I love the moon. Crescent moons are my favorite. If there's a crescent moon in a sunset, that's my favorite thing in
Crazy.
the entire world. I will just look at it for as long as I can before it disappears. I like going to the beach. I love, not even because I love the beach, really my favorite thing about the beach is that
the
it's like an
sunset.
unobstructed view of just the sky.
That's so pretty.
With the horizon. I could
Love.
stay there all
love that.
day. I'm obsessed with the sky. I have an album on my phone of literally just pictures of the sky. I think there's over 400 pictures in there. I love it. I
Aw.
love.
I'm kind of changing my last one from what I originally thought I was going to do. I love show tunes. That is a huge love. That's a big part of my personality.
Yeah.
And
I
like
love
when
show
I tell
tunes.
like show tunes, I mean like anything Disney, anything from like either Disney Channel, Disney movies. So any of like, you know, the princess movies or like anything like that. Anything Broadway, those
Yeah.
show tunes. I don't know what it is about that style of music,
musicals, yeah.
musicals. I'm obsessed. I would
feel
rather
that.
listen to
Same.
that than to like heavy metal get pumped up for the gym. Like when people ask me like what I listen to get pumped up from the gym, I'm like the
Hamilton.
Greatest Showman soundtrack. Hamilton.
The Greatest Showman soundtrack is my jam.
I'm like,
I can face the world.
Yeah, anything from Hamilton, High School Musical, Now or Never gets me hype. Scream, hype. Bet on it, hype. Like, nothing gets me more hype than that. Like, I don't care the EDM, however, like, intense it is. That does not hype me up. And it's something in my brain because I'm singing along and because when there's words that I know, like, that's the part that, like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But I love anything show tunes. It's what I listen to, I would probably say 85% of the time. And then the rest of it is Christian, whether it's worship, hip-hop, praise, music, and then country. Yeah. But that is Hannah. Like, I mean, like 1% like pop, like regular pop, but not too much. Majority of it is show tunes.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Honestly, I love a good show tune moment.
So good. Those are all of my loves.
Yeah, those are.
Wait, do you have one more?
Oh,
no, you have one more.
Oh,
so fun.
I love this one. And it honestly relates to this podcast. I love laughing.
I do too.
Like, that's just when I think of like my best moment, like if I could like create a montage of like just happy moments, like it's when you're laughing, like especially when you're laughing so hard that like your ribs hurt. You think you're dying. You think you're actually about to die. Tears down the face. Like I can't breathe.
Those are the best moments.
Like I feel like
life.
they're sometimes rare, but like after one, like I literally feel revived. Like I'm like I can.
It's the best medicine. For sure.
I'm not kidding. Whoever like thought of that is.
I have some moments like that where like sometimes I'm just on fire and my students just think I'm so funny or something funny really
Making
happens.
other people laugh is also I love.
Dude, and like they're like full on belly laughing. Like I was teaching them about commas, and so I was teaching them like the importance of like let's eat grandma or let's eat grandma.
Yeah.
And one of my for whatever reason he was the only one, but he could not stop, like tears in his eyes. He could not stop laughing, which makes me laugh, and it's just the best.
Like laughter, it's so contagious. I love people that have like contagious laughs. Like when you're around them, if they laugh and then you start laughing, that's my favorite thing ever. I was talking, literally, I was talking about this yesterday. I was talking to someone like about like stand-up comedy or whatever. I love
stand-up comedy,
but I struggle with it because they're what's it called? Their
stage?
No, just whatever their time is called. They're a bit whatever.
Oh, okay.
But because they go so fast.
Oh, right.
And they'll like have like just like a beginning punchline, and like I'm laughing about that the entire time, and I miss what they're saying because they go too fast. Like my comedic brain can't keep up. Yeah. And I'm like so focused. I like will laugh about something that happened like hours ago. Like
have you watched the Kevin Hart ones?
Yeah, I went to a live Kevin Hart stand up.
That's fun.
That's what I was talking about, and he had like a bunch of openers and stuff. And I remember
he was funny.
He's so funny.
I don't care how bandwagon it is.
Bro,
he makes me laugh.
He's that popular for a reason. But no, I was listening to like one joke he made, and then I was laughing about that, and then he was like in a completely other story, and I'm like, we go back to that? That was freaking hilarious. And everyone else is like knows when to stop. They know the cues. I swear. Right. They're just like, okay, yeah, let's continue.
Not like you're the one person,
and I'm like
laughing.
dying. But I love it though. And once you get on that like laughing train when you can't stop, that is like actually one of my favorite things.
I love that.
It's so fun.
I love that place to end.
Yay.
You know, we did go a little over in time today, but I just love the chit chat and the chatter and getting to know one another
just
better.
Things we hate and love, and I feel like I know you better.
You do, and I definitely know you better. And
I love the quirks, my little quirks.
But I hope you guys enjoyed our happy 10th anniversary to ATC.
10 episodes.
More to go.
You have listened to over like 10 hours of us talking. That's crazy.
You're a part of the family. For real.
For real.
All right, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I hope the rest of your week goes by really well.
Yeah, same.
Bye.
Bye.